Hi. So, we've been talking about how to have valuable time with our kids when we're with them, how to make the most of it so we can ensure we're teaching them the right skills so we can see those positive behaviors. And we talked about how the T means talk. And it's really important that we talk and have conversations with our kiddos to increase positive behaviors. But here's the thing, what if your kid can't talk yet? For those of you that have younger kids around the ages of 0 to 5, those strategies might not be the best because your kids are still learning how to communicate. And that's okay. I have some different tips and tricks for you to help you with your kiddos as they're developing their ability to have a conversation. But the most important thing is that even when your kid is little and can't say something back to you, it's still important that we talk to them and talk with them. Because at the moment a kid is born, they're starting to develop their ability to have a conversation. They're hearing the things around them and they're processing information and building their vocabularies. When you think about it, a kid learns and starts to speak a little bit at a pretty young age. And that's because they're processing the auditory things they're hearing from the moment they come into this world. So the more they hear, the more conversation, the more talking that is done with them, the more vocabulary they're going to have, the quicker they're going to develop the ability to have a conversation. And the better vocabulary and the better ability they have to have a conversation, the better literacy skills they'll have, the easier it's going to be for them to read. So, what can we do as parents to make sure that our kids, from the moment they're born and as they're developing, are able to have strong communication skills? Well, I have 4 strategies for you to help you, if you have a younger child, to still have a really good concrete conversation when you're spending time. So, the first thing is to serve and return. Regardless of how your kid's communicating with you, they're probably communicating with you in some ways. When they're little, they're doing things like cooing or crying. These are ways to communicate. They're just not verbal words yet. It's really important that when kids are giving us something that we return that so they understand that conversations go both ways. And vice versa, when we say something to them and they respond, we want to go back and forth. So we serve and we return back and forth with our kiddos from the moment that we take them home, right? In addition to serve and return, another way that you can ensure that you're talking a lot with your kiddo is to do what we call self-talk. Talk about what you yourself are doing so they can hear that language and hear about behaviors that are good, right? This might look like mom's using her walking feet in the house so she's safe. Dad has a calm voice right now, so that way everybody can stay calm. Or we're using quiet voices because grandma's taking a nap, right? By talking like this, by self-talking like this, our kids are going to hear a lot and they're going to hear behaviors, which is really powerful as they're developing. In addition to self-talk, what we can do is side talk. Now, side talk is when we talk about what we're seeing our kid do as we're by their side. This could look like, wow, look at you being a big kid and eating all your vegetables. Ooh, you just took another bite of broccoli, right? Talking to your kid about what they're doing will put names to things quicker for them so they can develop that communication quicker. And it's important all the way through 0 through 5 because they're developing a lot of vocabulary. Oh, look at Johnny. He's using his green crayon to color the Christmas tree. This type of conversation is going to be really important for developing those vocabulary skills with our kids. The last tip I have for you is called repeat. So when your kid is talking to you and they're developing the ability to talk in full sentences and have back and forth conversations, it can be really valuable if we repeat back to them what they said. So if I say something like, what do you want to drink today? And my 2-year-old says, milk. I'll say, oh, you want milk to drink. So I'm returning or repeating what they said in a full sentence so they can start to hear that. And I'm using the words that they communicated. And that's really valuable. So there you have it. Even if you have an itty bitty baby all the way to that 5-year-old that's still kind of developing communication, now you have tips to make sure when you're spending time with them that you're talking in a way that's going to help them and make sure you're building their conversation skills. And this is really important for behaviors because kids that have strong communication skills are less likely to have to act out physically to get their needs met because they can verbally tell us what they want. So it really is a way for us to create positive parenting and positive behaviors from our kids. I hope that was helpful. Until next time, It's been a joy, and I look forward to hearing how this went for you all.